Hello everyone, welcome back to another Limitless video. So I wanted to make a video, as you can already tell by the title, of talking about the latest WandaVision episode 5. So right before I get into that, just so you guys know, this is a spoiler video. So if you have not watched episode 5, please go watch it and then come back and watch this video, because there are some serious spoilers ahead. I'll put it in the title, everything. Also, feel free to spoil it down below. You know, there's warnings everywhere. So, right before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date with all of my latest WandaVision content and other content as well. And let's get into it. Okay, so I just kind of want to go in order of the event, the way things happened in this episode. So one of the first things that happened in this episode, you know, you have the twins crying, and Agnes comes over, and she kind of starts, like, she does this thing where she's like, you know, can I hold the twins? And Vision's like, no, I don't really want you to hold the twins. And then she, like, almost as if she's, like, entitled to hold them. Like, as if she has some, like, agreement, like, hey, if, like, I need to, like, help you out with this, like, you gotta let me help out. And Vision, you know, Vision's not on that same page, but Wanda is. And like, the way Agnes looks at Wanda is like, hey, like, you know, I need to, like, do my thing. And then, you know, she sprays the little, I forget what she says she sprays on them. And I'm pretty sure, is that maybe, it could be what helps them make age. But it's most likely just them aging. Which is crazy. Absolutely nuts. So I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens to the twins, and because Agnes is definitely, like, has some twins involvement. It's very clear. Moving on, we have when they send in the drone to Wanda, and I thought that was very smart of them to send in the drone with, like, 80s parts and stuff. I know it was just kind of like, no duh, so it doesn't change. I thought that was cool. And we got a lot of just Wanda like, turning in this episode. Like, before this, we weren't sure, like, how bad of a person, like, she was just trying to, like, you know, do what makes her happy. But she came out of that force field, you know, she was not happy. We got to see her use her mind control powers against, like, you know, all the people with their guns aimed at her, and put them on that, I forget his name even, but the sword, the big sword executive, and that was, like, a crazy moment in and of itself. She took down the drone. You know, they tried to fire. Monica didn't even know. It's a whole mess right now. But when she left, she made, like, the big red force field that we saw in the trailer. So I don't know exactly what that means. Like, obviously they're still able to broadcast out of it, because at the end of the episode we can see that Darcy is still watching the broadcast. So I don't know if that just means that, like, anything that's not like what she wants in there will immediately just be destroyed, and it will no longer just be like a dimmed out, like a turn to that version of things. So maybe it just might be destroyed. But what is really cool about this episode was that Vision was finally starting to, like, understand that, like, he's not exactly happy with what's going on. I love the part where he's at work and he, like, touches his hands to Norm, and Norm's like, help me, I have a family, I haven't seen them in days. And I was like, wow, they're, like, really starting to get freaky. But I think the only reason Vision, like, retouched it, because, you know, he just didn't want to. I think the moment freaked him out, and he was just trying to help him, and that put him back into that state again. So hopefully, eventually, those people are able to get out of the mind control state that Wanda has put them in. It was also creepy seeing, like, when they were reading the email and they were, like, all reading it in sync. That was pretty weird. What else was there? There was, we can talk about like, Wanda and Vision, obviously, like, at the end where she, you know, Vision finally confronts her and says, oh, hey, like, Norm isn't himself. Like he was talking about you and what's the Maximoff anomaly, and when they both like float inside the house, and I think Vision in the next episode is definitely going to be doing something along the lines of like going against what Wanda doesn't want him to do. I know in the trailers we saw him like go to the edge and like try to go out of the force field, so maybe. But I think the next episode is the Halloween episode, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for the Halloween episode. So hopefully we get to see what goes on with that. Also, we should definitely talk about Pietro as Quicksilver. Oh, well, Pietro is already Quicksilver, but Quicksilver from the X-Men series making an appearance and coming back. I've heard a lot of different rumors and speculations and yada yada. I truly think it's not Pietro. I think Wanda has already created the multiverse and that she's already starting to bring in different versions from different universes into her reality. So and we remember in the beginning of this episode, well, not kind of like middle episode, right before the drone attack happened, and she was talking to Tommy and Billy about her brother Pietro and how she missed him. I think she subconsciously like wanted Pietro, so he eventually came back, but not in the way she wanted. I truly think that Pietro might be Mephisto. Don't think it's him. Also, I think it is cool because the last time we saw that Quicksilver was in Dark Phoenix, which took place in the 80s, which is pretty cool because now he's coming back in the 80s. So it's just cool to see all of those little hidden references. I'm definitely excited for next week's episode, and I'll be doing more of these. I haven't made a lot of these, but I felt like now would be a good time to dive in, especially when things are starting to get good. I have been watching every episode, when they came out and stuff. I just haven't made videos on it. I do want to start making videos like that for you guys, and I'll definitely keep with it, even after this show and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, Black Widow, stuff like that. Also, stay tuned because I should be uploading the trailers from the Super Bowl that come out this Sunday. So if you guys want to see those trailers as well, make sure you guys keep on your notifications. You can see when I post those as well. And that's really all I have to say about this episode. It was probably the biggest episode, and there were a lot of different things that happened. Definitely going to go back and rewatch it, just in case I missed anything. I don't think I did, but it was fantastic, and I can't wait to see what WandaVision has in store for episode 6. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.